And we're back right here with Ayana talking about her story, a powerful and a painful story. The program is geared on Yet Still I Rise. Further on in the story, you're just looking at a young woman sitting here, and you might say, for all this, she's working on some stuff that will blow your mind after all that. This is why she's here. And I'm praying that her life story will touch those who are listening, because she's not making it out. It is as real as you listen. Being sexually abused by the person who took her into foster care home, being abandoned by her parents at an early age, going from foster home to foster home, and being molested by the foster care mothers and siblings. And you have showed you to this group as I'm sharing with you here in the station. And I say, welcome back to Woman on the Mission Outreach. We're doing Yet Still I Rise here with Ayana, talking about her life story. One that is shocking. One is, can this be real? Can one person go through all this? Still sitting here, we bumped it a little bit to talk about what she's presently doing, because somebody might go, listen, they must have picked up this mad girl from off the street trying to make a show and trying to scare somebody because maybe the show got desperate. No, we're bringing somebody's life to light so it can help somebody else. This is just one young woman, but from her, I've always said somebody will escape from the ashes to come back to tell the story. And she's saying, listen, I am one of those persons. I've made it. I've come back this year. And we didn't call her. She found us. And we have been talking to her about her story. While she's there talking, I said to her, your mind, my thought just started flipping, because I remember we had a young woman on the show before. When the show just started, we called her Star. And Star had a similar situation, but yours is as everybody has their own story, their own L. How many thousands of children
in there are born each and every day.
Yes.
I have to stress this. And I'm so sorry, but as a government with rules and regulations, sometimes you don't understand the addiction of people in general. I was put on prescription pills that I did not need because women get a bigger check if the child is on prescription drugs. So I was diagnosed.
Hold on. So go ahead.
I was diagnosed with different types of illness like bipolar, manic depressive, schizophrenic, and I just say, no, I'm just a Gemini. I'm just a child. Let me be.
So you were did they give you this medication?
They took me to different doctors, and the doctor ran the test, and because I said that red means angry, okay, that means that you're bipolar.
Okay.
How? Or how about this? How about being 7 years old and you're scared because the branches is hitting your window, and you go to your mother, quote unquote, for protection against the bad tree man. And instead of embracing you and telling you everything's going to be okay, you get hammers and cans and screwdrivers stuck inside of you. Or what about if you didn't make it home at a certain hour, you had to sleep in 0 below weather outside on the porch, whether it was snow, sleet, or rain.
These are foster parents?
These are foster parents, yes.
When you said you got screwdrivers and knives stuck in you, what do you mean by that? They would literally stab you with this?
You know the fixation of a dildo?
The fixation of
a dildo.
Right.
That's what they use as a replacement of that.
To you at the age of 7?
Yes.
For punishment because of what?
No punishment.
It wasn't punishment?
No.
You got up and said you were afraid of it.
I got up and I said I'm scared. Hold me tight.
Right.
And instead, I got placed on my back and told to hold my breath.
Instead of the person that was placed to protect you, you found out in a moment of fear that this woman turned around to abuse you by telling you, you're trying to hold on because you're scared.
Yes.
And she's saying, she puts you on your back until you hold the breast while she begins to use an object.
Yes.
I want you to just take a deep breath and just breathe, because somebody don't understand that what you're saying now is real. This is real. This is so real, and you just gotta. I want you to breathe, because I'm realizing how hard it is for you. No, there's nobody can smile at this. I know it's when you're hurting this hard, people might not understand, and it's a serious situation because you are still hurting from this. Is this a torture? So she puts you on her back and she's literally abusing you.
Yes.
How long can you remember this goes on for?
You know, it's funny because I learned something that night. I learned that if I wanted to make it in this society, that I had to fight.
You had to fight. Mm-hmm.
And once I learned how to fight, I didn't know how to stop. And when I say I did not know how to stop, that means that if you hurt me, I was going to hurt you 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
I was tired of telling, because when you tell, it seemed like I never saw any results. Hence why the society nowadays hates snitches.
Mm-hmm.
I was brought into a world where my only friend was these.
The face.
You know, I can remember being in school and striving so hard to do the right thing, just to be slapped down to the ground because something that this young lady did not like happened to her, and it had nothing to do with me. I was a punching bag. I was told that because my skin is dark and I don't look like you, that I was ugly. I was told that the things that were happening to me was happening to me because of me. I was the black sheep. And when I say those stepping stones, when you take 2 steps forward, and it seemed like you just took 9 back, because the next house that they took me to, it wasn't the woman. It was the son and his friends, because the mother worked late at night. They would come into my room, him and his friends, and gang with me. Over and over and over and over again.
And there was nobody. What about your social worker? There was nobody you could talk to. What happened?
You know why kids don't talk to their parents? Because parents don't listen.
Nobody listens.
Because parents don't listen. They say, oh, it can't really be that bad. Or you just over-exaggerating. Or you such a manipulator. Or it's always something. As to why they didn't listen. But I hope they listen tonight.
Yes. Yes. I really hope that somebody that sits down are listening. We're not saying every person that takes a child in tonight
It's not a bad person.
is a bad person.
But you have 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 that's just out there for a check. They don't care about the child that they're taking in. They put them in the hand-me-downs. They 1 shoe, 2 big, one shirt too small, but you gotta go out the house with your hair over the top of your head. They don't care.
So tonight you're hearing a part of Ayana's story, of the hell she went through and the abuse she went through, becoming a victim of the system. We're going to take a break, a short break, and we'll be right back. And you'll hear more of her story. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You have been fighting. So we took a break at the part where you were being molested repeatedly, and you said parents don't listen, social worker don't listen. It's always, it's you. It had to be something with you because they don't know this. This is just you. You're a problem child, so it becomes where everybody sees you as a problem child. Mm-hmm.
But I did what any problem child would do. I put a solution to the problem that I had. I put rat poison in his food and I put bleach in his water.
You put bleach in his water. And what happened?
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace. Okay.
And here's the hint. After I did it, I called poison control and I sat on the couch and I just rocked. Because I felt as though nothing could get any worse. And they came out and they asked me all of these questions and concerns. And then this same stupid lady, and that's not the word I want to use, had the audacity to ask me, "Are you alright?"
Repeatedly been raped, but gang rape, and she asked if you're okay. What happened then?
They took me out of that home,
Mm-hmm.
and they moved me to another.
Took you from that home and they moved you to another.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It got to the point where it just got so bad that they labeled me as AWOL. For those who don't know what AWOL is when you're so out of control, you're midway crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can clearly see, ain't nothing crazy about me. Well educated.
But I like it to just tuck that right in there, because somebody just might be looking at you and just, oh, this is somebody just seen the program on the web show and just want to come on it and say tell them about what you're doing right now, what you said.
Right now, I am a college student. I am let me rephrase that. I am in Everest University fighting for a BA in criminal justice. Because yes. I want to be a behavior analyst for yes. the FBI.
Right. Great.
I'm a mother of two. And for those who are watching that ever did anything wrong to me, no, you did not stop me. You created a determined monster. Because see, while all of this was transactioning and going on, I had my own little addiction. It was the neighborhood ones. Because they told me, and they promised me, that if I hold this little pack of these little white pills, that they would buy me anything I wanted. Now, to a child that ain't got nothing, ooh, ain't that appealing? If I gotta get my butt kicked every day, and I gotta fight you, and you, oh, I might as well do that. That's heavy. And I did it, and I sat there with the pills, and when they asked me for some, I gave them to them. Happily.
So you went from foster homes to foster homes. So you got
did that while I was in foster home.
So while you were in foster home, you started selling drugs?
Yes. Why? Because the neighborhood boys became my protection.
Okay.
They became my backbone. They told me the proper way how to fight. How to fight evil.
Okay.
And I took that and I learned from it. So now you have this, I don't even know what I was. I like to say a robot. And everybody just programming her however they like. And when you take all those programs and you overload it, here's the outcome. Because the neighborhood boys kept me safe. I had money with the neighborhood boys. And if a foster parent decided that she was going to hit me, she had more to deal with than just me.
Okay.
But when I decided that I had to fight, I decided that I wasn't going to fight fair no more. I can't. My life depended on it. Child abuse, victimized, I wasn't going to be the victim anymore. I can't be. And
so you got into selling drugs. How bad did that get?
How bad did that get? Let's see. It got as bad as I was working with the house when my mother died from AIDS. I buried her with drug money.
Slow this down. Listen, at 14,
yes, ma'am.
You had your own house.
Let's see. Let's rewind back. You know, all the molestations, I was only not even 10 yet. By the time they labeled me as AWOL, I was going on 11. And my social worker decided to say, okay, Ayana, for every good thing you do, I'm going to get you something you like. So I wanted the earrings, the necklace, and the bracelet and ring with my name on it. And I couldn't afford it. So I worked hard. Schoolwork, did I was supposed to do, came and went like I was supposed to, checked in like I was supposed to, and I earned all of that stuff. Just for another young lady to take my well-earned, like I had a job, I worked for that, and put it around her neck, on her ears, around her wrist, and on her finger. And I still even tried to be good because I went to the front desk and I told the lady, like I'm looking at you right now, Miss, this young lady got my stuff and I really would like it back. And she ignored me. And she said, why don't you go handle it yourself?
So she told you to go handle it yourself.
And that's exactly what I did. I handled it myself. Unfortunately for her, she's in coma.
So you and I got into a brutal fight that left her hospitalized.
I tried to flush her head down the toilet.
You tried to flush her head down. That's how angry you became. So you become this abuse monster. You became so angry. You were
I couldn't control it.
You couldn't control it no more. So you're starting out, here you're at 1, now you're at the age of 11. So you got to 14 where you started, during the process you started selling the drugs.
The process started right after that. I ran away. Yes, I am a runaway. I ran away, and I never looked back. I went back to the neighborhood bus and I said, listen, I need money, and I need money now. So it went from holding packs to saving up enough money to buy my own weight.
Okay.
From buying my own weight to cutting it. From cutting it to having other people sell my stuff.
Okay.
And the disease. That everything that told me that what I was doing was right, running up inside people's houses. stabbing, chewing. I didn't care. I joined the gang. And please, before you say, oh my God, you joined the gang. First and foremost, when I joined the gang, Bloods was not what it is today. Crips was not what it is today. BGF, Purple Heart, Latin Kings. No. Stop listening to the news. It's a group of people just like me that ain't got nobody, that won't have nobody, that needs somebody to survive. It was about unity, family, survival on the streets. Yeah. But people forget that.
But so folks on the outside just looking, don't understand what the gang was.
It's not.
The moment you hear gang today, you think about killing and stabbing and shooting. But you're saying that gang was about protection. You were there for each other.
Yeah.
You were there for each other's survival. And so survival, the way you guys wanted, the way you planned it, this is the only way. This is a street life. So from then, it brought you into selling drugs.
No, that wasn't even it.
Okay, tell them.
It was having a shoulder to cry on.
The gang was like, I have no shoulder to cry on.
But at the end of the day, men give me to eat.
Okay.
And ain't nobody trying to feed us.
Okay.
Because your skin is this color, and you live in a society that everybody this skin color is out to get you. So when you knock on the doors and ask people, can you clean their houses, and they reject you, what you left to do? Rob, kill, shoot, or sell drugs. And unfortunately for me, I chose 3 out of the 4. And
so at the age of 14, you had your own place, and your mom died from AIDS.
Yep. My mother died when I was 16.
When you were 16?
Yes.
And you were able to bury your mother. Okay.
Hello?
Wow. We wanted to take a break right here. You're saying as your real name was Baby Girl.
Yes.
Why did you say your real name was Baby Girl?
Because my mother didn't name me.
Oh, your mother, when you were born, there was nobody there to name you. So who gave you the name? The nurses gave you the name Baby Girl?
No. You know the little band that they put with the last name and Baby Girl?
Okay. So just put, okay, the band, the wristband that identified their gender became your name.
Yes.
Baby Girl. First name Baby, last name Girl. And that was on your birth certificate. Baby Girl. Wow. Okay. Because I sat down and I'm trying to figure, when you say twice, and now they gave you the name Baby Girl. And here is Baby Girl being through the hell of your life. And now you're 14 years old. You're with a gang that's become your family. Misunderstood by society, not figuring out, victim of the system. You're on the run. And you said, I'm going to fight, I'm going to make this. And so, as you progress, different things, the gang life.
Well, I did a lot of stuff, but I always had one promise to keep. And the promises that all the neighborhood boys made me keep was, no matter what, you gotta go to school.
No matter what, you gotta go to school.
No matter what, you have to go to school.
So you're in this gang, this group of gang. They're saying, listen, I don't care. I want you to sell the drugs. I want you to do whatever, but...
Oh no, it wasn't about what they wanted. I chose to do that. Because I felt as though if I didn't, I wasn't gonna make it.
So you said, I have to go to school.
No, I felt as though I had to do drugs. And the dudes that I used to hang out with, they made me promise that if I didn't get anything else in life, I would at least have a high school diploma to show.
Okay.
So once again, if you're out, you see me, thank you.
All right. All right. All right. they said this with them. In spite of all this, so you went to school.
Yes.
So by the time you were 15, what were you doing? 15, 16? I know you said your mother died.
Let's see. I was doing what every 16-year-old would like to be doing, having the time of my life, and not having to answer to anybody for it. That's what I was doing. I remember Christmas time was around, and I called my sister, and her foster parents, they adopted her, so her adopted family answered her phone. But I didn't realize it because I was too busy yapping. And when they went to reply back, she says, "Oh no, this isn't, it's not Patricia. She's at the hospital, and why aren't you there?" And I'm like, "Why aren't I where?" And she was like, "Your mother's at the hospital." And it was like a moment of shock, because you have 10 million words to say to this person, and you know how you plan something out of what you're going to say to a person that you're mad at?
Right.
That's what I had done.
You haven't seen your mother. You wanted to see her. You planned if you see her. You have all
I was just going to tell her off. And I get to the hospital, and I don't even know her first name.
Wow.
So I had to fumble with a cell phone and call my sister to ask my sister what my mother's real name is.
At the age of 16. And here your mother, you have got this news that she's in the hospital.
How can I say this?
Okay, let's jump to the part where you get a chance to see her. Did you get the chance to go in the hospital?
I went inside the room, actually. I went inside a room, and I see this figure, because that's what she was, laying in a bed that seems like she just has a mirror over top of her face. And it's one of those things where you go to say, and then you catch yourself. Because you see that society has already whooped her enough.
There's nothing.
So being 16 and I don't know. It's like
the rage, everything was no longer there.
Oh no, it was there.
But it just couldn't come out.
It was like, why fight? She's already lost. She's already lost. But the part that actually hurt was when you're standing in front of your mother with your older sister as close as you are, and she calls you Patricia. And you gotta tell the lady that gave you birth who you are.
Because she don't even recognize you.
It's like, I don't even know the words to describe it. But it's a pain that sits at the bottom of your heart. And piece by piece, it's just getting torn apart. So it feels like you don't even have a heart anymore. It's just something shriveled up and just bumps once in a blue moon. Keep you moving.
The time has gone so fast. just one word, what one word you would say to a young woman that's somebody that's out there, just one word. What would you say to a young girl, a young boy that's listening right now and feel like their life is over? What would you say to them right now? Just one word.
Let's see the best way to put this. You move to your own beat. Every instrument that it takes to make a beat is inside of you. You take what you've been through and you learn for it. You put it in a poem. You write it down in a book. You look to the sky. You pray. You meditate. But you never stop moving. Not until you finish your beat.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Shattered, but not broken. That's the word I would put to Ayana tonight. We are here. You know this is going to be a part 2 for her life. Shattered, but not broken. Wounded, but time will heal.